am Tiffany A. Hilliard of Dalton, Illinois.
This video will look at how to pronounce Chicago and Illinois.
Illinois.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
So, this is the one where Big Tiff offends the police chief. And for people to try to act like they didn't know who Big Tiff was, I tell you, these older videos show exactly who Big Tiff is.
Last but not least, mental illness. You guys know we have a situation going on here in the village of Dalton as it relates to mental illness. I think that we need to train our police officers. Everyone saw everything on the news, and basically I am here to give resources to do so. I did reach out to this organization, Everybody Counts, Inc. They're located in Maryville, Indiana. So I want to advise the board if we could look at a proposal I did get from them. They was ranging from $8,000. They said they're cutting in half to $4,000 just to help Dalton out, because everybody saw everything over the news as it related to the police officer handling a mental illness situation in our village. All lives matter. No matter what situation you're in, you still should be treated fairly and like a human being. Thank you. End of my report.
Is it a Herman being? Not a human, but a Herman being? Let me stop.
Okay. I put this on the agenda, which y'all know we've been talking about it for several months. Security cameras in the village of Dalton. The crime rate is outrageous here, and I figured that we had to do something about it by making the business owners aware that they need to have security surveillance in their stores. This applies to all liquor licensees. They have to come up with security cameras that is accessible to our police officers within 60 days. This will go into effect from the day that it is passed. It won't get passed tonight, because tonight is only discussion. It get passed the first week in December. But if the board have any more questions, we talked about it. It got vetted through. The attorney wrote an ordinance as it relates to it. Please chime in.
No questions for me. No question. I'm in agreement with it.
I'm in agreement.
No question.
Okay. I don't have any questions. Okay, next thing on the agenda is the Freedom of Information Act FOIA request process.
Mayor, may I be recognized?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Chief. Go ahead.
Okay, in relation to Trustee Hilliard's comment, crime has been down outside of the recent homicides that we had with the three ladies. They were not targeted. They were victims of stray bullets. And since that spree has hit Dalton, we have been extra quiet. We've been so quiet that I find myself looking at my work phone just to make sure it's on. So I take offense to you steady saying crime is high. Crime is high all over, not just Dalton. We just seem to get publicized. And I would appreciate it, Trustee, that before you put those comments out there, that you meet with me prior to the meeting. I have all the stats. You can look at the daily blotter. I could print it out. But I take very offensive to that, because myself, along with the entire department, is working and bending our backs backwards to keep this village safe, along with the assistance of the county. I've incorporated some things that the supervisors are challenging the officers to do, and I think it's paying off. We have brought on 7 officers, and all of this is paying off. So for you to keep saying that, last meeting you said that as well, and I didn't say anything, but please sit down with me. You called me on a lot of things. Please meet with me. I'm more than happy to give you any information that you need, but I will not let you keep slandering the police department when we have been doing a good job and crime is not up like that. So I'm telling you, citizens, crime is not up like that. We haven't had a homicide, praise God, knock on wood. Since then, we had shots fired, but nobody has been shot. Okay, and a lot of things that's on this Ring app and neighborhood app, some of the most of I say about 50% of the things reported on there are false. So if ever you want to know if something happened, the police department is open 24/7. We have clerks on duty. You can call and ask or ask about your concerns or anything. And that's all I have. Thank you.
This town is definitely small. They do a lot of contact me, call me, I'm over here, you know where I live type stuff, child. Big Tiff is being the exact Big Tiff of today as what we see here. And this is from 2019. She is the same person saying the same things, being the same, with the same attitude and saying the same words, the same phrases. Nothing has changed. So what I'm trying to understand is why was everything that's going on now such a surprise? Now, maybe people didn't think that she would take things as far as she has, but her combativeness, her not caring, her wanting it her way, her talking to people anyway, her being rude, her being combative, her talking to people any way that she wants to, her doing the "you're not gonna tell me," her having to have the last word, her saying whatever it is that she want to say regardless of who's there and the order of how things work or any of that. I'm thoroughly confused right now after having taken the time to go back over some of these things. Big Tiff, who you see today, is who she was before. So for Chris Gonzalez to act like he didn't know, and if he didn't know, then shame on him again, because none of this should be a surprise. And this is just me looking at these old meetings. And then the residents, if they were participating in this process, I guess, when only a little over 1,000 came out and voted for her, what about how she acts would want you to say, yeah, I want her to be mayor? I would be more apt to have this man here speaking, the chief of police, to be the mayor prior to her. She's still just saying whatever it is that she wants. It is what it is. No proof, no stats, no nothing, which is basically what she does today. Maybe I'm missing something.
I'm not beating up on the police department. Truth is, crime is high in my village. The problem is it don't all get reported. So when I'm saying crime is high. We just had a shooting a month ago, but no one knows about that, do they? So stop saying that I'm just beating up on y'all. I wasn't even talking directly to you guys. It is. Warn the citizens that crime is high in the village so they know what to do. That's all I'm saying.
Trustee, I'm not a politician. I'm not going to go back and forth. So if you want to have the last words, you can. But please just sit down with me and we can go over numbers, because that's factual. And what you're saying, it's one thing that really perturbs me about certain things, that you live in the same village, but the way you put stuff out there, you say you're helping the community and want your community to know, but if everything you're putting out is negative, what does that say for you as well as the village? You know, you talk about helping and giving back and so forth, but every time when you're on a scene and you Facebook Live and before the family even knows, that's not right. That's not right. So I'm just please asking you, sit down, from the acting chief of police to a trustee, to please sit down with me before you say that. And you're saying it's not targeted at the police, but who handles the crime? The police department. So I take offense to it, and I think you are targeting us and making us look bad. Crime is happening all over.
Just for your information, we reviewed our crime stats with the county. We've been getting intelligence from the county where shootings have been happening, where crime has been happening, and our numbers are down. We had an extensive conversation with the county officials who monitor all our traffic, monitors all our incidents. It's put on paper. They gave us areas where there were hot spots, and since we've got that intelligence, we've deployed our police in those areas. And really to say that when you say crime is outrageous, that's not true. We have the facts. We have documented facts, and they stay in contact with us on a weekly basis. They've deployed the other night, 10 sheriff's cars out here. State police has been out here. I just talked to the state police commander on Saturday. They made some arrests. They went from our city. They made a couple of gun arrests. They're stopping it. And with the visibility of these police out here, not just ours, but the sheriff and the state police, our crime is down. They go another direction. So we've got the stats that compare us with our surrounding communities, and in comparison to those communities, our crime is down.
So the mayor here, Riley Rogers, was working with his chief of police. So I guess that kind of makes sense for where Big Tiff is at with Chief Lacey. I know people have a problem with him, but it makes sense, okay? But this chief of police was not having it. He was like, don't you be out here running off at the mouth about what it is that we do in our department. You don't even know what you're talking about. You better go on somewhere. And then he had the support of the mayor to come through and say, we have the stats. We have the stats. We know where we lie. We know what's going on. We can give out the numbers, confirmed information. Now, I understand that he didn't show it to us, but the way that he's speaking about it, I'm going to go ahead and assume that he can give something in writing if asked for. Unlike what we see today, where you can't ask for anything and all you're supposed to do is take Big Tiff's word or someone in her organization at what it is that they say, and you should just believe it. You should believe it because she says it. Believe for it, child. Believe for it. The meetings here are not as bad as we've seen them happen today, but they wasn't that great. Honestly, they were not that great. Tiffany was combative. People were bumping heads. She was throwing shots. I'll call it throwing shots. And some of them recognized it and some of them didn't. And two of the people that are up there that I can see is Ed Steve and Jason House, and the rest of them I don't know. Andrew's there too. Ann is there as well. But anyway, y'all let me know what you think about this oldie but goodie. There are more to come. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you comment. I'll see you all in the next one.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
Mayor,
You going to jail?
you're going to jail, Gatto. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat.
To express my deepest gratitude to Tiffany Henier and her team for their commendable efforts to better our community.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What did your dumb ass say it?